Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mad Sports Radio. Martino Puccio, Matt Lasella alongside you. So, first weekend of the NCAA tournament wrapped up. First round, not that surprising. Second round, definitely more surprising with some of the upsets with Duke and Nova going down.
Yeah.
Definitely a team like Louisville losing to Michigan comes to mind also. But other than that, it's been kind of a predictable tournament so far. Nothing too crazy, in my opinion. Just sort of the ACC not doing as well as it did last year.
Another year, no perfect bracket. I mean,
1 in 9 quintillion.
I mean, I thought if any year was going to be it was going to be this year with the lack
of
upsets in the first round,
but that's just one round. You
Well,
have to
of
keep
course.
on
Yeah,
going.
of
No,
course.
that's the thing that gets crazy because it gets. I argue it's even more difficult in the later rounds because then you got a game like West Virginia and Gonzaga that we're going to talk about is very difficult, and even the first game we're going to get to is UK and UCLA. Obviously, they played earlier this year. UCLA went to Lexington, beat them at the Rupp Arena. Very, very difficult thing to do because Calipari is an amazing record there at Rupp Arena, especially with. At that time, we didn't know how good Lonzo Ball and the rest of UCLA was. That was really their coming out party, like, okay, this kid's for real. So, obviously, since then, UK's freshmen, as always, much better from December to now in March. Lonzo Ball, probably the best freshman point guard we've seen since maybe Kyrie. John Wall comes to mind. I would say John Wall.
Yeah.
I'll go with John Wall.
Yeah, I agree. I can agree with that.
In terms of like impact and playing well throughout a whole season, and,
right.
And like clearly
and
being
future.
the best point guard. Yeah, for future NBA prospects. So this one, obviously was tough. We don't agree at all that UCLA should have been a 3rd seed. Kentucky, yeah, definitely a 2 seed for sure. They got put in the toughest region by far. UNC as the 1 seed, and Butler obviously the 4. So all the favorites moved on to the Sweet 16. So. What do you think has to happen here? Because Monk's got to show up.
Monk has to show up. He really hasn't in the first 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
He's knocked down a few shots, but not what we're accustomed to.
Comparing it to Jamal Murray last year.
Right, and it's really not what we're accustomed to, and Fox has played really well, and Bam has played phenomenal.
Yep.
I think 28 rebounds in the 2 games.
Bam's really stepped it up.
Which is awesome.
Him and Fox, too.
I think the key thing to watch for me, and I mean, obviously the spotlight is always on Lonzo Ball and TJ Leaf of UCLA, but I think if UCLA is to win this game, Bryce Alford has to knock down shots. And, you can always pencil Ball in for 15, 7, and 8, whatever it is you have. And Leaf is going to be a presence down low. And Holiday has played well. Alford has to be able to knock down shots in big moments. Ball's got a decent jumper. He's got the weird shot and everything. But when you need a 3, Bryce Alford's got to be that guy coming off the screen, whatever it is. And, Kentucky does have that guy, and that's Monk. And if Monk is able to knock him down and Alford can't, Kentucky comes away with it, I think.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from with that, but for me, it's about who dictates the pace of the game. And I trust Lonzo Ball to take over the game more than De'Aaron Fox. Because De'Aaron Fox's style of play, although it's electrifying with the fast pace, he's, again, the fastest point guard since John Wall is so similar to him. He has improved his shot, like we said. He doesn't hesitate as much when he's taking it. He's going into it. He's more of a confident shooter.
Right.
But at the same time, Lonzo Ball in the second half against, who did they play? I don't know why I'm drawing up, but Cincinnati.
Right.
His second half performance against Cincinnati was like, this is why this kid is compared to Jason Kidd. Doesn't matter what that's why he's so impressive. No matter what his dad keeps saying, it seems like every day of the week there's something even more ridiculous, and he's really pushing his limits. And
outside pressure doesn't affect him. He's got blinders.
That's why
he's got blinders.
That's why I think he is something you can't miss besides Markelle Fultz. That's if that's not affecting him, that reminds you of like LeBron too. Even when he came out, LeBron's the chosen one. He's this and he's that, and he's playing better than you thought he would. Lonzo is playing better than you thought you would. You don't think he could keep this up, but he still does. And he went into Rupp Arena even then when no one knew that they were going to be that great. UCLA is even better than they were then as well, as we talked about, like Kentucky being better than they were back then. But at the same time, it has to be Monk as the X factor. Because I think you know what you're going to get from Lonzo and Fox, and Bam's arrived finally at Adebayo. But Monk, I mean, it took him what, like 40 something points just to beat UNC by a little bit.
47 to beat him by
just
2.
to do that.
You know,
he needs to hit his average. He needs to hit his average, and he needs to get off to a hot start because he needs to go see the ball get in the basket. But at the same time, I think it's also the pace of play too. I think those are the two most important things.
It's gonna be fast-paced, high scoring. It's gonna be a fun game to watch.
But
it's gonna be a real fun
I think
game.
it's gonna be the best game of the tournament. Up to this point.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I hope so, at least. I mean, of course, there's always a chance it is.
Oh, it's going to live up to the hype.
I
Sweet
certainly
16.
Hope so.
Each round's a bigger deal. Two of the most winningest programs in terms of championships in the history of college basketball with Kentucky and UCLA. So, final pick really quick. I'm going UCLA. I know I had Kentucky in my bracket, but Lonzo, there's something about Lonzo Ball. I really like him a lot. So I'm going with UCLA.
I'll go. I think both can pull away with it. I'll go Kentucky just to differ. I'll say Monk finds his groove and him and Fox guide them to a win.
If Monk doesn't get 20 points, do you see any way Kentucky wins? I think he has to at least get 20.
I think so too. Because
he's averaging.
It's not
20.
even like you can look at Fox and Fox can knock down some shots because he's not a good shooter, and you're gonna somebody has to be able to.
Lonzo's
hit
length
shots.
Can definitely.
Someone
limit,
has to be able to hit outside shots.
But that's the thing though. Monk averages 20.
Monk has to
hit just the average.
Yeah,
that's just the average.
I agree.
So you're going with UK?
I'll go Kentucky. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Why not? Yeah.
Fair enough. We usually agree with college, so
yeah.
It's good to get a disagreement in there.
There we go.
Another tough game. West Virginia Gonzaga. I've been on the West Virginia train. I have them in the Final Four. Although Gonzaga's really impressed me, I think they're not like the typical Gonzaga teams that get ranked really high with their seeds and then they end up coming up short.
They've proven themselves.
I think they definitely proved themselves in the round of 32. They had a shaky first game for sure. I think they didn't play as well as they could have, but definitely that second round when they were playing Northwestern, they kind of showed why Northwestern hasn't been in the tournament in
we know what they bring offensively and how efficient they are.
It's just a complete team.
They play basketball the right way, but their defense is what's been especially impressive. And that colliding with West Virginia's offense, West Virginia's got 7 or 8 guys that could put up 15 on any given night.
Definitely been their best team since the Deshaun Butler.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
An offense with a lot of guys that can score definitely creates problems for Gonzaga. They're not relying on one guy. I know Javon Carter has been probably their leading scorer, and he went off. I think he had seven threes last game, but they got a slew of guys that could do just what he did. So it'll be really interesting to see how Gonzaga defends that. Yeah. And their fast-paced offense, because they get up and down the floor.
Yeah, I think West Virginia is not really scared of anyone.
I agree.
I think most people really thought that Notre Dame was almost a shoo-in to beat West Virginia. Like there weren't enough people showing West Virginia respect.
Yeah,
and it kind of got me upset because I'm a Duke fan and I follow the ACC often. Notre Dame, this was not. They win only.
They win if they're playing their game and their game only. If they can
they're not as good as
play half court.
They're not as good as the past two tournaments as Notre Dame was. I mean, they were kind of. They got to the ACC championship.
I don't think they were seeded very well either. I think they shouldn't have been a 5. They should have been a 6 or 7. But that's aside the fact.
But that's a whole nother story with the season. We're just talking about UCLA and their seeding. But I just think that this is definitely. I think this is going to even be a better game than UK UCLA. Although I think they're both going to be incredible games. I just think that West Virginia. No one's talking about them, and even Gonzaga too as a 1 seed. They're kind of getting disrespected again because everyone's used to them not living up to the hype in March, and I get that. Yeah. It totally makes sense. But at the end of the day, I'm going West Virginia. I'm not shying away from my pick because that was my pick for them to go to the Final Four. So I think West Virginia is definitely going to grind it out. Wouldn't be shocked if this one went down to the final.
Yeah,
5-10 seconds.
And I'm not shocked again if either team wins. It's a good matchup.
Same.
I have West Virginia as well in my bracket. I think I have Arizona getting to the Final Four.
Yeah.
But I do have West Virginia in this game. I think their offense is just too much. You could be a very good defensive team, but there's 7 or 8 guys that Huggins uses in rotation beautifully. They'll all get good minutes, and they could all put the ball in the basket. And I think that really, really creates problems for the
That's the thing about offensive teams, though, because it is the tournament. They have to hit shots early because because
you can't go down against Gonzaga.
It really creeps up on you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're not hitting shots now. Gonzaga's playing the way they want to
start
play.
to force stuff, and that's where Gonzaga really capitalizes on the defensive end.
Yeah. So I think it's definitely going to be a great game for sure. I still think West Virginia can pull it out. Wouldn't be shocked at all if Gonzaga won.
No, yeah.
Wouldn't be shocked. I think this one definitely, like UK, UCLA, going to go either way. But I think I don't know. I love West Virginia, like I was saying, but like it's not a shoo-in for me. I think UCLA is more of a shoo-in to win for me than West Virginia is. So I think we'll see that going forward. I think these next 3 rounds, the Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four, is just going to be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's definitely something to look forward to. Other games, just really quick to run through. I think Kansas is just going to win that one.
Yeah.
Michigan, I could see them knocking off Oregon.
I think that's going to be a good game,
Oregon
too.
definitely looked very shaky against
high
URI.
scoring again, up and down. Dark Walton's done a really nice job with Michigan.
Michigan's really not scared of anyone. And like I was saying, why would you be after you survived a plane crash like that? I mean, you really have nothing to fear.
Absolutely.
I mean, it might sound funny in theory, but it's actually true.
You're riding it right through.
Go through something like that, yeah, nothing to lose then.
Butler UNC again.
Butler UNC. Obviously, I wouldn't be shocked if UNC lost that. They've looked shaky.
No, I agree.
And it's very difficult to go back to back Final Fours.
I agree. Got Arizona.
I think Baylor's going to come out in the East.
Yeah, they kind of have it made
Baylor's
now.
Very
it's
cool. Very good
Duke's
team.
done. Villanova's done. It's kind of Baylor's way to get in there.
You got Wisconsin. I wouldn't be shocked if Wisconsin either, but I definitely see Baylor beating South Carolina. I think South Carolina was fortunate to get that home game. I don't think they're as talented at all as Baylor,
No.
so I think it's finally going to show in that game. So I mean that'll pretty much wrap it up. I don't see also Arizona Xavier. I think Xavier should be extremely happy. I think they'll give Arizona a little bit of a game, but I think they'll eventually pull away.
Great second half team. So.
Yep, that showed against St. Mary's as well.
Yeah.
All right, so that'll wrap it up from us. Sweet 16 games are going to be tomorrow and Friday. Definitely going to be exciting for sure. We will be back next week to talk about Elite 8 games and the rest of the tournament and opening day for baseball not too far away.
Less than 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So exciting.
Right. Yep. All right. Martino Puccio, Matt Lasella, please like, subscribe, comment to the channel. Definitely be more content as we go. See you later.